And welcome back to Primility Primer, our morning reminder of the power of balancing pride and humility as we go throughout our daily lives. This is episode number 28. I am your host, Jared Morris, and I am back from vacation. I was on vacation for the last few days down in the Florida Keys with my fiance, her sister, and my nephew, and my fiance's sister's boyfriend, and just had a wonderful time spending time out in nature. We got to go kayaking. We went parasailing for the first time, which was a ton of fun. And we did a half-day charter, going snorkeling, seeing dolphins, checking out a sunset. And that is what I want to talk about today during this episode of Thank You Thursday. Thank You Thursday, of course, the time each week where we take a step back and think about something that we are grateful for and show that appreciation with action. And the person that I want to show appreciation for today is Captain Wade of Easy Day Charters, who led our half-day charter and took us out snorkeling, took us to see dolphin, and we actually got to see dolphin in their natural habitat, playing, swimming around, jumping out of the water. It was incredible. And then watching the sunset over Key West. And I could go on and on about that part of the experience, just everything that, how much fun we had, what a great charter he led. But the real reason that I want to talk about Captain Wade in this section, in this Thank You Thursday episode of Primility Primer, is for the lesson in humility that he really taught us all just through the stories that he told us as we drove out there. This is a guy who has been working on the waters and in the Keys for 30 years now, and just has such a genuine love for what he does, but a humble love for what he does. He is one of the guys who basically drove the initiative to put down moorings in certain coral parts of the Atlantic and Gulf sections of the waters around the Keys, so that instead of having to drop anchor and mess up these coral parts, boats could just tie up to these moorings, and it would protect what makes this part of the United States, of the world, so beautiful and makes it such a great place for snorkelers to be able to go, to be able to see. And it's because he realized the role that he could have and the impact that he could have and how important it was to protect this beautiful natural habitat that he did this. And in addition to that, he told us stories about how he volunteered to save pilot whales. These pilot whales had washed up onto the beach, a mother, a father, and 3 babies. And he was one of the people who helped nurse them back to health. And he told us this story, this life-changing story that he went through. I can't even possibly do the story justice right now, but you talk about a humbling story and the connection that he ended up making with these pilot whales and the impact that it made on him to be able to have this impact on these living creatures who were so helpless, and his ability just through his love for them and for nature to help them. It truly was inspiring. And so as much as we had fun and snorkeling and seeing stingrays and seeing barracuda and seeing this gorgeous sunset, as much fun as all of this was, what I really took away from the experience was this lesson in humility from Captain Wade, who is so good at what he does, so experienced at what he does, and has been doing it for so long, yet hasn't lost any of the enthusiasm, hasn't lost any of the love, hasn't lost any of the perspective that he's mastered nothing over 30 years. It's truly nature that is the master of him and that drives his passion and his energy. And it was great to see from someone who is, again, so great at what he does, has been doing it for so long, but that love and that enthusiasm is from the right place. And so, of course, on Thank You Thursday, our big goal, our big initiative is writing thank you cards, actually telling people about the impact that their words or their actions have on us. And so I'm going to read the thank you note that I just wrote to Captain Wade and that I will be sending him later today. Dear Captain Wade, thank you for the remarkable experience that you led on Monday, August 17th. The snorkeling, the amazing dolphin play show. Oh my goodness, that was incredible. And the beautiful sunset added up to an afternoon and evening that we have not stopped talking about. Connor especially, that's my nephew, And thank you for sharing so many of your stories about your work protecting the reefs, about saving the pilot whales, and about the humbling experience of the dolphins staring at you. They made an impact above and beyond the fun that we had. We look forward to our next excursion with you the next time we are down in Key West. Signed, Jared Morris, the touristy looking guy in the green hat and 49ers shirt, just to make sure he knows who I am. And that story about the dolphin was great too. I mean, he took us out. We got to watch for about 10 minutes dolphins just playing in their natural habitat in the wild, jumping out of the water, almost doing what looked like choreographed, synchronized swimming. It was, I mean, they kind of told us it was a 50-50 chance that we could actually see the dolphin. And what we ended up seeing was so much better than you could ever get anywhere with any trained dolphins, and just amazing. And Captain Wade was telling me about how dolphins will be very curious sometimes about people in boats. And one time this dolphin swam up to the side of the boat and just put its head out of the water and just looked at him and was looking at him for 30, 45 seconds. And he was trying to describe how he felt, and he was searching for a word. And I was kind of trying to help him out, fill the silence. And I said, unnerving, because that was almost the impression he was giving. Like this dolphin staring at him was just having this kind of strange impact on him. And he said, no, humbling. And of course, that's what triggered in my mind that Captain Wade would be so great to talk about on an episode of Primility Primer. And he was, but just that word humbling truly sums up what the experience was for us, and just Captain Wade's general overall feeling towards his work, toward the elements of nature that make it possible. And I couldn't have asked for a more fun experience, nor a more educational and inspirational experience from this guy who just embodies the humility that we talk about on here on Primility Primer. So Captain Wade, thank you for the wonderful experience and for the excellent lesson in humility. And thank you all for being here for this episode of Primility Primer. Of course, you can watch our episodes live, primility.com/live, every day at 6:30 Central Time. And if you can't keep up with the daily show, which I know is difficult, go to primility.com/join, and you can get our Friday digest, which includes a summary of each episode from the week, so that you can pick and choose the ones that you want to get caught up on. All right. The question now is, who are you going to thank? Who are you going to show your appreciation to today? Write them a note, give them a call, send them a text. But whatever you do, show that appreciation, spread that gratitude throughout the world. I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of Primility Primer. Until then, stay cognizant of your pride and your humility. I'll talk to you at 6:30 in the morning. Wrist bump.